What's up guys, Intellitech Studios here, and we have an unboxing of yet another Dyson. Now, this Dyson is the Dyson Ball Animal 2 Origin model UP19. Now, this is the exact same machine as the Ball Multifloor 2 from what I understand, as it has the exact same model number, but this is the Costco version that used to sell at Costco a while ago before it was replaced by the Ball Animal 3 series of uprights. Now Dyson has a surplus of these machines that were likely sent back, and they are liquidating them on their eBay store and have been for some time. So if I turn up the light a little bit, we can see that we do in fact have a box. And you open it kind of funny. You open it kind of on the side like this. So if we pop this open, now, if you want a mid-size Dyson that's lighter weight than the 17-pound main line uprights, this is your only choice. The small ball is completely discontinued, and this machine is 15 pounds, has a slightly smaller bin, and is based on the design of the DC-40 and the previous generation Ball Multifloor 2, which the Multifloor line has been discontinued, at least that iteration of it. So, let's open this up. First thing we get, this is the Animal 2 Origin, so since it's advertised as an Animal 2 model, it does come with a brand new tangle-free turbine. The best part about getting a new Dyson is the new Dyson smell. Quite nice. So, that is brand new. We've got our brand new wand, which is quite nice. Now, of course, it's a Dyson, so putting it together will be really easy. Now, ironically, this is very similar to the first ever Dyson that I bought reconditioned. That was the UP19 model a number of years ago. I recently tried a Dyson Ball Animal 2 Total Clean, which is the full-size version of this with extra attachments, and I had to return that one as it had some issues with it. And that is a video on my channel if you scroll back a little bit into late last year. So hopefully this one turns out better. And it's weird because it comes with this thing that says, as the vacuum you purchased is refurbished, the bin may seem partially transparent. The bin's appearance does not affect the performance of the vacuum. Please note the bin has been thoroughly cleaned before repackaging. It's kind of funny because I've pointed out multiple times that this almost seems aimed at collectors or at perfectionists. And yet, this machine has a brand new bin, so I'm not really sure why they include that, as every Dyson that I have seen refurbished has had a brand new bin, but maybe there are batches out there with used bins. I don't know. But it does have that warning in there, just in case you're squeamish about it. We do have a handle. Again, appears to be brand new. So far, I don't see any evidence of this not being a new machine. And again, just like the UP19 and UP20, we've got the longer combination dusting brush and crevice tool. And the current generation of upholstery tool. So we got the full set of attachments. And it looks like on the machine, the attachment clip is already attached. If we flip up this, we have our cleaner head, which is yellow for some reason. I'm not sure why it's yellow. That's definitely the wrong color of part, but I suppose if it works, it shouldn't be a problem. Kind of strange how they include the cleaner head from well, technically the Multifloor 2 is also the UP19 model, so this isn't technically incorrect. It will work, so if you don't care about the color, then it does in fact work. Try to see if there's anything else in here. Nope, that's just packaging. So we'll slide this out. I'm trying to keep this all the way that it was. And of course, here's the machine itself, which we'll set aside. This appears to be everything related to the box. Nice compact box. I do like the replenishment or the recyclable packaging. So push that Now, another strange thing I noticed, if we take off the bin, this does also have the bin of a multi-floor 2, as it has a yellow bin latch, which is kind of strange. Yeah, quite strange. But we do have a blue Cyclone top. So it's got a blue and yellow color scheme. So, which is funny because the Animal 2 Total Clean, or excuse me, the Animal 2 Origin, which is what this model is advertised as, and the Multi-Floor 2 are both the same UP19 model number. We do have a brand new hose, which is held in the back here with a rubber band, and our attachment peg is already installed. Now, assembling a modern Dyson is incredibly easy. All we have to do, as you can see, this red clip, which normally would be gray on this model, but this red clip is already installed. So we just line up that connector right there. Oops. Line up that connector right there, which is easier said than done when I'm not actually looking at it. So we line up that connector and we push the cleaner head down until it clicks into place. There we go. So now the cleaner head is in place, so to make sure we don't bust that tab. So that's now in place. And while we're down here, we can see our attachment peg. So the upholstery tool clips on just like that. And our combination tool clicks right there. This tab seems kind of loose. Wonder if this tab's not clicked on properly. If I try bending the tab outwards a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now it's in properly. Put our bin back on. Upholstery tool goes right there. Combo tool goes right there. All right. It might not be perfect, but I mean, for less than $200, from what I can tell is a brand new Dyson, can't complain too much. Now, if we bring this up here, apologies for the clutter in the background. But we can see there's the top, so we can remove this little rubber band. Can confirm this is a brand new hose. Yep, smells new. So we're going to install our handle like that by just pressing it down until it clicks into place. And then as far as installing our wand, we're going to slide the wand down until it clicks. And then I'm going to press the button so we can slide it down. And then we're going to flip up the wand cap and slide that down. See that there? We're going to slide that down and flip down the wand cap. So now the Dyson Ball Animal 2 Origin is fully assembled. Now, of course, the cord is wrapped up, so you would wind that around the back cord winders, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. As we can see, this is held in with some twist ties. Try to remove these. There we go. Trying to pull these because, you know, they don't untwist very easily, but in theory that's how they're supposed to come undone. There we go. And we can see the cable comes out on this side, so we wrap it around the lower cord hook and the upper cord hook without it of course it might get tangled since it's all stiff. from being new, because this does appear to be a brand new cord. The whole machine appears to be entirely brand new. There's no scratches on the wheels. There's no scratches anywhere. As far as I can tell, my example at least appears to be a brand new machine. And a brand new machine that you used to need a Costco membership to get, that you can now get for less than $200 on Dyson's eBay store without any membership, and for what, a third the price? Seems like a decent deal to me, even if the colors do mismatch. So there's the cable on the machine. Now, a lot of people tend to struggle to use these newer Dysons, so I'll give you just a quick crash course. So when the machine's upright, when you want to pull the machine back to use it, you just pull it back. On these UP19 models, there's very little resistance, and from this point you're able to use it. Now, what people often struggle with is putting the machine back into the upright position. Now, you ideally want to do this on carpet so there's less resistance. Doing it on floors can cause it to roll, but if you pull it forward enough, it'll still do it. Now, you're not pushing, you're just bringing the handle forward slightly beyond parallel to the floor. So, yeah. So hear that second click? When you put it up, there are the wheels, but you pull it a little bit more forward and you'll hear that second click. Hear that click? Now, you don't have to be that precise with it. You can just pull it forward, and now it's locked. But a lot of people will struggle with this because they don't pull the handle forward far enough. Now, if you're like me and you've been using these Dysons for many, many years, it becomes muscle memory. And if you're new to one of these, use the vacuum every day for about a week. And after a week, and you've done this motion a bunch of times, you might even not need that long. You might even just need one day of cleaning your whole house and locking and unlocking it a couple times. But after just a couple cycles, you will get the hang of it, and you will know from muscle memory when it locks into place. So it seems a little strange if you're not used to these modern Dysons, especially if you're coming from an older one, and the sounds it makes, you know, some people feel like that makes them sound cheap. But regardless, I have had many of these, including many of these machines that are a decade old, like the DC40 and DC41. And to the machine's credit, those mechanisms have not broken. So they might make noises that sound like they're cheap, but in terms of actually breaking, they seem to be okay. And this one, I'm sure, is no exception. Now, it is worth noting, of course, that the tangle-free turbine unfortunately does not store on board. You'll have to store that separately. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this quick unboxing and a very brief tutorial on how to use the upright standing lock mechanism, as everything else is usually pretty self-explanatory. Now, before I go, I would like to discuss a little bit about sort of Dyson's eBay store and how all that works. Now, Dyson's eBay store is really great because, again, not only do you have the ability to get machines like this that otherwise might not be available and frequently tend to be more reliably in stock than on Dyson's own refurbished section on their website, but because you go through eBay, it's literally just Dyson store on eBay. And because you go through eBay, it gains you the ability to return the machine should you have a defect in the machine, which I did have with the previous Dyson refurbished machine that I got, and I ended up not keeping that one because it had some issues with it. So I recommend, if you do want to get a refurbished Dyson, which I do recommend that you should if you want a Dyson, unless of course you're wanting the newest model, but getting it through their eBay store will generally mean that it'll be a cheaper price, or at least the same, and it gains you that ability to return it, and you don't have to worry about going through Dyson's support channels, especially because those Dyson support channels, based on consumer feedback, have gotten significantly worse over the last couple years. So I would highly recommend picking up one of these Dysons through their eBay store, again, if you want a lighter weight mid-size upright, as the UP19 series of machines, and if you don't know, UP19 is the model number found on this sticker. UP19s are not available anymore, brand new. You cannot buy the Multifloor 2 anymore on Dyson's website or from normal channels, and you cannot buy the Animal 2 Origin, this machine, from Costco anymore. You have to get them from Dyson's own eBay store or from their own channels. But instead of a 5-year warranty, the warranty is significantly reduced. You have a 6-month warranty. But with eBay, a lot of times when you buy one of these machines through eBay, you actually will often get a third-party 2-year warranty through Allstate. Now, I don't know exactly how a warranty claim would work on a vacuum cleaner. I know I've warrantied phones through Assurion, which runs through Allstate, and a lot of times you can send it in, have it repaired, and have it sent back. I assume that it'd be the same story with this, but of course I don't know. But in theory, you have a 2-year warranty on top of the Dyson 6-month warranty. And honestly, for this machine, which was $179, you know, considering that this machine was, I think, $450 when it came out, I think that's a pretty decent deal. So, of course, you get a shorter warranty, and of course, some of the colors might not match because it is kind of a hodgepodge of parts. But if you don't care about that, it could potentially be a great deal. So, I will use this machine, and a full review on this machine will be coming soon, primarily to test modern Dyson refurbished channels to see if a machine like this is truly worth getting, which, I mean, the only way it wouldn't be is if this thing died in like 2 days, which these motors are known to have problems with their earlier batches, but with these units that shouldn't be a problem. So anyways, you will see this machine and more videos coming soon, but for now, that is it. This is Intellitech Studios signing out, and I hope you all have a good one. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, assembly tutorial, and a very brief usage tutorial, at least usage in terms of the standing mechanism, because that appears to be the #1 issue that people complain about with these Dysons, which makes sense because if you're not used to it, it is kind of an odd design. It can be a bit confusing at first. But in my opinion, once you get used to it, you don't really worry about it anymore. Because again, I've used these for many, many years, and I've never had one of these wheels break. And yeah, it makes weird creaky noises, but when the vacuum's running, you're not going to hear it anyways. You're just using the machine, and you stop worrying about it after a while. These machines are objectively a lot sturdier than the older Dyson DC07s and DC14s. They don't go brittle like those machines and break, as they're designed to flex. Yes, the spines do flex, but that is by design. I've never seen one of these break, even when I've tried to break it. So, but there are still parts on this that can break, of course. The COV hose can, you know, some of the hoses on the back, some of these small plastic parts, like for example, the little latch on the bin. Sometimes those break, so be careful. Yeah, gotta love that new smell. It's like the best aspects of new without actually paying for new or actually having the environmental impact of a completely brand new machine. So yeah, that's enough rambling. This is Intellitech Studios signing out. Have a good one. Peace.